And Nick, what is your topic this evening?
The perils of internet dating.
Oh God, take it.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
I know we're all just looking for the same thing, and I'm going to help you find that today. Give you some advice. First slide, please. So, I'm going to debunk the mystery, or the theory of the friend zone here. Now, a lot of guys think that women are just objects you can put friend tokens in until they cash out and give you sex. I'm going to tell you right now that that's bunk. That's inaccurate. Just right off the bat, we're just going to pretend that doesn't exist. That's bullshit. Next slide. So, there's three main things that are going to help you find a mate. Right? And you want someone compatible, you want that chemistry here. Now, a lot of people overlook the male nipples. I'm here to say, don't overlook the male nipples. A lot of people think the one you gotta do is to not neglect the sack. That's true, but really, the real secret, male nipples. Now, when you're going at those nipples, I have a technique called tiny dinosaur eyes. You want to get in there, you want some tweaking action, you want tiny, delicate clawed fingers. That's where it's at. Now, when you're done, afterwards, you want to smoke. You gotta look out for the cancer, though. Nobody wants to have a mate that's rotting away. You want to remain somewhat healthy, but at the same time, you need that post-coital nicotine. I'm here to tell you, electronic cigarettes is where it's at. Next slide. When you're choosing a mate, or a mate's choosing you, you want someone that's future-proof. You want someone that's reliable, but not an antique in 5 years. Next slide. Some people say that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And while that's true, the internet isn't a good place to show off those culinary skills. You're going to need to actually get them out to a date. And the difficulty there is most women are going to want to meet you in a public place where it's less likely to get murdered in your torture dungeon. One's torture dungeon, not my torture dungeon. And so it might be difficult to show off those culinary skills. And so that can be a difficulty. Next slide. Now, as winter approaches, it's going to be harder to go out and go to these public places to meet people. And so the internet's going to be a great place to meet someone. Unfortunately, there's weirdos on the internet. They're into things like demon summoning. So when you get this cold weather and you get these demon summoning weirdos of the internet, you're going to end up with frosty genitals. So winter and internet good, demon summoning weirdos bad. Next slide. I'm going to tell you right now that some people think the best place to hook up is the office Christmas party. That is incorrect. You do not dip your pen in company ink. Stay Puff here is at the Kaiju office party, and he's thinking Jaws. That's a good place to put his, puffy unit. But unfortunately, Bosszilla, he's gonna find out, and he's gonna call HR. And nobody wants that. It's not risking your career. Next slide. Yes. Now, some people think that the future lies in synthetic, fake mates, love dolls, pillows that are insertable, that sort of thing. It's the big thing in Japan. And so, yes, everyone wants to get their hands on that pudding cup. But the real real thing is so much better. And you can buy something like that on the internet, or you can find your soulmate. Next slide. Great. Now what the ladies are looking for, in general, the hetero ladies, I don't want to offend anyone, are looking for here is not toupees. Nope. If you're bald, rock it. Just, as this toupee rate goes up, you're going to see stoats. And stoats, man, that's vermin. I mean, that's what's on your head. They're going to associate that with. So the more toupees there are, the more likely are the women are going to associate you with vermin. That's no good. Next slide. Jungle boogie. Next slide. Now, there's a sweet spot for internet dating. What's the opposite of sweet? There's a sour spot for internet dating, let's say here. So YouTube comments, I mean, that's kind of like some of the dumbest shit you're gonna find on the internet. You're not gonna find your perfect wife or perfect husband reading through YouTube comments. And you also want to avoid staph infections in general. I mean, that's just good advice on or off the internet. But right here, this area, that is a nightmare. Avoid that at all costs. Next slide. Now, one thing that you need to really keep in mind here when you're online and looking for that perfect someone is there are other people looking for their perfect someone as well. So you're not alone in this. They're doing the same thing you are, and we're here to bridge that gap. Next slide.
Time.
Oh.
Thank you.